A lot of toddlers who frequent Redwood City's Stafford Park are excited that construction and jackhammers will be in addition to their regular park routine for the next few weeks. But the reason behind the renovations is somewhat less thrilling for parents. For the past 2 years, Christopher Beth, the director of Redwood City's Parks, Recreation, and Community Services Department, has been waging war against the city's sandboxes.
So we had this call from grandparent and just said, hey, grandkids got sick probably, an hour after they, got back from Stafford Park and they were in the sand all day. And gosh, you should probably test the sand. There's something in there.
And although there are no city or county guidelines requiring the Parks Department to test the sand, it's a good thing they did.
And it came back that there was very high levels of E. coli and coliform bacteria. And basically that's from feces. It was almost like the movie Outbreak where they, put plastic everywhere. There was guys in spacesuits and we're like, oh my God, this is, what's happening here? And it looked bad. We spent probably about, I think it was $70,000 in trying to mitigate this thing. We're like, we can't keep up. So we have sand in a number of parks. And the only other area where it came up was over at Maddux. And so again, for the year and a half, we were opening, closing, testing. Sometimes it was great, not a problem. Other times it was off the charts. And we had 2 meetings in each of the parks. And really the replies were, or the response was, great, totally understand what you're doing. Thank you for protecting us. Do it to, but we played in sand all of our lives. This is ridiculous. Kids, will learn from.
The renovations that are currently underway at Stafford and Maddux Parks will replace the sand features with water features.
That's fine as long as it's not the sand. I agree with them to take the sand out. It's worth the money because the kids, I'm all for it.
And in order to ensure that there's no bacterial contamination in the new water features, Beth and his team are taking extra precautionary steps.
These are not recycled. These are low flow actuators, and so they go into the drain. They do, yeah. So, which is tough because we look at water conservation pieces, and then you have this what we call as a play value, and so we do look at the cost for water, and so how we mitigated this is we have certain times of the day where where you can actuate the larger spray features. With these features, they can be used at any time because it's low flow. And we've actually looked at the cost of to save water and putting in filtration systems and recycling systems and everything else, and chlorinating, staff maintenance and everything else. It is off the charts in terms of expense.
So hopefully Maddux and Stafford Park's target clientele will enjoy the new water features as much as they've enjoyed watching them get installed. This has been Alexandra Wexler for the Peninsula Press, a project of Stanford University's graduate program in journalism.